has decided to mix things up a bit.
That's and it's for the reasons that I said, and aligned with the fact that he's even having 1 point stronger board makes him play bold. The combination of him having a 1 point stronger board and the match score means that, as you say, Brendan, it makes a big difference in what we do in our play. The probably bigger of those two things was the stronger board. It doesn't. And on top of that, we've also got the fact that there's already 5 on the that hasn't been reduced either. But that's minor in comparison. So that's why that play was made. Thanks for pointing it out, Brendan. But this one is very tough. So 2-1. I know our instruction is to play safe. Do we play safe? Or must we hit because it's we can't afford to just ignore the hit and just let our opponent just have an easy time of it. So Eva, what do you think? Eva,
I would hit.
You would hit just even though it's against the game plan as a general rule. Sometimes you have to follow the dice advice.
Because if we play passively, so he can make a bad point or he can hit us. So I would hit.
Okay. Anybody not want to hit? No. So let's go with it.
I would play it 13-10, but mainly because of the score and because I have the tendency to hit too often. So I would have tried here 13-10. Maybe I overdo it too. But anyway, I'm fine with hitting.
No, the vote went with. Oops. Okay, interesting. So this is our final decision, team. 41 better to play the hit number. So 18. Okay, so this is our final decision, team. So we're either going to call it a success or a failure based on this decision. We can easily forget that one overhit as long as we learned something from it, which is that we've got to be cautious about hitting from the 8 point when we lose the 8 point as a result of it. So as long as we've lost that, I'm comfortable with that one big blunder we made. Apart from that, we've been an excellent team. However, we're now stuck with a really difficult decision. I'll just go through it all, the pluses and minuses. The good side for us is that what's the good side? The good side is he's only got a 1 point board. The bad side is he's got a 17 pip lead. He's got a stronger board. Sorry?
Are you in? Yes, you are.
Yep, you're in, Mo.
Okay, we're going to have to. So we're behind in the race. It's a score that we don't want to take readily, but he doesn't seem final. And we've got a better out. We've got an outfield point. We've got one checker in the air, and this fundamentally it's a really difficult decision because of the match score. This would be a very easy take at a normal match score. And so I'm afraid I can't give you a definitive answer on this one. But
I'm thinking it's a take.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's a take. I mean, he's 5 points to go. Like, it's not as if he wins the match with a gammon. I mean, if the score were 2-1, I'd probably drop this.
Yeah, but oh yes, if it was 2-1, we will be even more careful. We have to be even more careful. But we have to be careful at this score as well a bit. Because there are some gammons.
Okay. We don't overdo it. We shouldn't overdo it. I mean,
no, we should, exactly. So that's a vote for a take. Mel?
So this is going to be our final vote because next week we'll have Tony's presentation.
Yeah, sorry, Tony. I'll be out to you way soon. Ola? Let's have a
Yeah,
vote.
I'm comfortable taking this.
Rainer?
I don't want to let him get too far away so easily, so I'm taking this as well. Yeah.
Okay. Eva, have you voted?
I agree for take.
Okay, well, we're going to take and we're going to... Yes, what a great team we are. We are... Hi, Mick. If it wasn't for that, just one decision would be perfect. Thanks,
Can we look at it, Tim, to double take? How close was it?
145, which is outside the back. He only wins 3% of the games, strangely. I do think that this point is pretty valuable and a part of the equation. You know, but there's a lot going on here. With as you know, it wouldn't have very easy take at 0-0. But well done, team, for getting it. I'll let you go. And good luck, Tony, with your presentation. And thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Tim. That was great.
Thanks, Tim. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you, Tim.
Recording stopped.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
for being
Bye.
part of this. Really,
Thank you.
thanks for coming. Hey, are you staying with us, Tim?
I'm not immediately, but I'll come back here again in a while. Okay, Is it okay? Tony doesn't mind me coming back in half an hour or so. I've just got something I have to do urgently. That's all.
Okay. So see you later then.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Okay.
Recording in progress.
Recording again. Welcome, Tony.
Hi, Ola.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being with us. Tony is really rare, showing up online, and I know he's making a special effort for us here. So I mean, I'm even more appreciative that you're around. So Tony is giving us this presentation and sharing very valuable things like reference positions and his and a couple of blunders he had made during important matches. So he'll tell us about this. Tony is from Lebanon and he's a grandmaster. He's been rising really fast for the 3-4 last years, and he's a great person, and it's a real pleasure to have some input from him, didactic input from him. Have this opportunity now, and actually he's with us. I mean, we are guys from BG is Big, but other people are joining us through the Backgammon Sundays. So I'll say a couple of words about the Backgammon Sundays. It's an initiative from the World Backgammon Federation, and every month we get to have a masterclass around the theme with a top player. It's free, it's public, and so this is the invitation that Tony accepted. And so we are people from BG is Big, but also people who have registered for the Backgammon Sundays. So this is it for me. I think we can start anytime you like, Tony.
Okay, I'm ready. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Ola, for making this happen. And as Ola just mentioned, I'm not into this business at all, but I just wanted to support this project, Ola's project of BG is Big and the initiative behind it. So during my session, I'll be covering, I'll take you through a journey, my UBC journey during this year. So from this UBC, I picked up like 10 positions from my matches during the UBC that I will not be presenting in form of quiz, but instead, so that we all brainstorm, understand the position. Not only I picked those positions because it's really difficult to find for the board, but also some of these positions are really beautiful to understand. There is an aspect to understand behind these positions. Some of them can be used as reference positions. Some other can be used, can reveal some very important details in the game. So it's for so many reasons I picked up these positions. I have a little less than an hour to go through these positions, and hopefully I'll be able to provide you with some valuable stuff. Okay,
Sure. Thanks, Tony.
So do I share my screen, Ola?
Yeah, you can. You should be able. So you have this button yeah.
Okay, there we go. You can see my screen
Yes.
and my messy desktop. Okay, so position number 1. Okay, I wish I had known. Okay, as the title of the presentation is, I wish I had known. This is actually, where do I go with this one? Okay, so second rule, potential, half a blunder potential actually. Okay, so this match, if you look at the score, I'm 2 away, 4 away up, and opponent opened with a 6-4, and he went with the blitz play, which is the most gammon wins. Okay, so and I replied with a 6-2. What do we do here? So usually, maybe we can brainstorm together and then we can conclude to a decision. I have my analysis about this position, but I would like to hear from you guys. What do you do here?
Because he has 2 checkers on his 8 point, I would go 24-18 and then 13-11. Like he has stripped his 8 point, so he's going to be slow to hit you from there.
So you're playing 18-11 here.
Yes.
Okay. So what's very interesting here, second rule, at this position, especially at this position, we are expecting to get a very aggressive cube if we open with a decent, not a decent number. Like this one, this is not our best rule. And we are expecting at this 2 away, 4 away, very famous score. So the trailer will
Sorry, I haven't noticed the score.
We are expecting a cube. Yeah, excellent. This is only for this score, specific score. So since the opponent had opened with an inner a point in his home board, so he's willing to play the blitzing position. So against this position, I end up making your play, which is half a blunder.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of the score, so absolutely 13-5 I would have gone.
Yeah, so 13-5 is the right idea here, and we will go through some analysis in this concept. So when your opponent has a blitzing structure and you are expecting to get the cube in the next roll, so you never split against a blitz structure when your opponent is 4 away and you are 2 away. So if you play a little bit with the position and you change the score, and now it turns to be the right idea to split here. Split and down is best here. Even if you play with another score, like 4, 5, let's say. So at this position where your opponent doesn't have a cube, so it's the right idea to make this play. But when you know that you are getting a cube on the next roll, it's not the right idea to split. I hope it's clear for you. Even if your opponent, even if the opponent opened with a 5-3, still at this score, at 2 away, 4 away, it's good to, the best is to play 13-5. With this one, even if he makes the 4 point, still 13-5 is best, but now it's coming to a borderline between running all the way and split and down. Okay, but what makes this position really interesting is that if your opponent opens with a 3-1. Do you have any idea here?
I would run.
Anyone has any idea here?
I would think splitting and coming down, maybe still be right.
Actually, see how beautiful the game is. If your opponents open with a 3-1, it turns to be the first play to play this one. I have an explanation for this one, and I hope this will be the right idea behind it. Actually, because when your opponent open with a 3-1, his game plan is a priming game plan. It's not a blitz position. So in order to play against a priming position, you better you better try to escape now, because his game plan is not anymore blitzing. He will be playing for the prime. And the best way to escape the prime is to try it now. And now, surprisingly, now the 13-5 is a big blunder. So any questions regarding this position?
I think we can go to the second one.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a very interesting prime versus prime position. I was playing white here, and my opponent is black and is on roll, and this is a recube decisions. What do you think? Okay. Rule number one, prime versus prime positions are usually double takes. Okay, but at this score, we're playing a 7-point match, and this is a recube. Opponent has a stronger prime. He has a 6 prime. I have a 5 prime. I have a very weak position with 2 blots, with 2 spare checkers on the low points. Any immediate 6 is a killer, and way too many gammon losses. So to be honest with you, I had no idea what to do here. I spent 7, 8, maybe 10 minutes from my time bank on this position. I ended up taking the right decision here, but with very little confidence. So I just finally took this, and it was the right idea here to take. I'm still not sure why this is such a huge take. Maybe someone of you has some reference position or can analyze this one, because I still have some, I still not understanding really well this kind of position, how this can be a take at this score. This is a recube, and maybe, yo, Russell, how are you?
Anybody has thoughts or would like to share a view? Have you been in this situation before? No insights from
I would have been proud of my take if I would have taken with a little more confidence, but I'm still not sure why this is a take. And even if you play with this position around and you change the position and you make it even weaker, this is still a take.
Yeah, it's surprising.
Yeah,
The original position, your 6s are killed.
Even here, So now it's becoming a big pass, but even this makes a big difference. So even here, it is still a take, and sizable take.
This one would be hard for me to take. The original one with your sixes killed, you can really benefit, like if you roll 6-1, 6-2, things like that.
Exactly. This makes a big, actually, if you manage to survive not to break your prime at this, at the first roll, probably if he rolls something like any 5 or 4 for him as a cracker, so he will break the board. But anyway, even if he cracks, even if he open his prime for now, in the next roll, you are not in a very good shape, because then you will need an immediate 6. Otherwise, you will end up breaking before him. So
you also have the possibility of him rolling numbers like 4 and 3.
Exactly. But between evaluating your winning chances here and your gammon loss here, I thought I have I win the game more than I lose gammon the game. So this was, and initially prime versus prime are usually takes. So this was my only actually arguments why I took this cube. So here, if you look at the gammon loss is 21, and you win the match, the game 31%, which justify the take. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Great position.
Yeah. Position number 3. Okay. So this is a tactical position actually, and white roll the 4 here. So you hit, no hit. What's the game plan here? What's your game plan here? That's the question.
Blitz. Possibly
Okay.
blitz, yeah. Could be because white's got the loose checker on the 4 point. Black's got 1s and 3s.
Okay. I think that's the very wrong idea here to blitz against the 5 point made by your opponent. He has both 5 points made, so blitzing.
Oh, sorry, white's on roll. Is white on roll or black on roll?
Yeah, white on roll.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was black on roll.
Oh, okay. So
no blitz. No.
Okay, so people are blitzing here?
No, I didn't realize it.
Okay.
Black was on roll, yeah.
So basically, this position, your opponent does have your 5 and his own 5 point. He has a decent home board, and you are up 26 pips. His front position is not that scary, so his attacking position is really not so good. So the best idea here is just to play safe, which I did not do actually. I hit here, and the hit is not the right idea. The right idea is just to play simple here, bring 2 down, and cover your blot. See how beautiful this distribution is. His front position is not very threatening, so you are 42 pips ahead. If he hits lose here, you are fine. You can enter with a 1 or deuce, or even hit back with a 4. The important point here is that what makes a big difference here, if you play this game with only 1 blot, your chances are really high to win the game. But if you expose another blot, like if you play this and you get hit with this checker, playing this game with 2 checkers back, given his homeboard structure, it's really bad for you, because this will increase his gammon chances by a lot, his winning chances by a lot. So the point here is not to play with 2 blots, but instead take it easy and then even if you get hit, that's not the end of the world, because either he's hitting loose or he's not hitting at all. If you get missed here, that's an easy position to play forward. Right?
What was your play, Tony?
I think I played something like this. Sorry. I played the second best.
Okay.
I would say this is an example of how important is your opponent's 5 points. Like once black made your 5 point, you cannot do what you want to do, the blitz.
I think the key and the key point here is that you don't want to play this game with another checker back. That's the point. Because with one checker and you have a nice structure and he doesn't have enough offense position, so that's the point I think here. Look at this. It's really, if you look at this position, that's a very comfortable position to play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah?
I was just going to say, I think the race probably plays a large part as well. So you don't want anything loose hanging around. Like you don't want to give any indirect shots or any types of other shots because you've got the race by 42 and you've only got one to bring home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Position number 4. Okay. So here, a back game and a UBC is never recommended. So, okay. So this is a position, interesting position. And this is where, how do you evaluate this kind of positions actually? If you look at the pip count, you do not have enough timing to play a 1-2 back game. And probably the first instinct, if I'm playing maybe for money, or if I'm playing a DMP, or if I'm playing a tournament match, normal tournament match, probably if I'm playing whatever kind of games, that would be my first instinct play. Which is actually, I think, the game plan, to stick to your back game plan, probably if you get hit. But since I was playing in a UBC and PR matters, I didn't want to get into deep back games, and intentionally I did this mistake intentionally in order to avoid future mistakes and maybe blunders. So my play here was giving up the back game at this point of time in order, I knew this is, if this is a mistake, I knew this would be a small one at this point of time. So I didn't want to hold my back game till the end and end up playing a very complicated deep back game. So intentionally, but be careful when considering this kind of giving up your back game. You might end up, making big mistakes if you are not supposed to break your back game. So if your the game plan is a back game, you have to stick to the back game. So if you are not 100% sure that this is a small mistake, don't do it. Don't give up your back game when you are not supposed to do it. Otherwise, it can end up being a huge mistake. So I was really confident that even if I break my back game, if I give up the back game at this point of time, it cannot be a big mistake. So this is an intentional mistake that I did. And the computer play is actually the one which is obvious for me.
Yeah, it's a very constructive play, the computer play. I really like that, because you can't hit the block, you can't do anything else efficiently. You don't want to dump up on the 6 point. So, and you don't care if you get hit. Like his block isn't that great at the moment. So yeah, the double set. I think that certainly makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. And in this kind, if you stick to your back game, you need to get more timing. So this is where you get the most of the timing. If you get hit here and then you manage to make an probably advanced anchor, you upgrade your back game probably, or maybe even get more timing. Okay, and you can anytime break the give up the back game at the second roll. So
yeah, and I'm thinking, Tony, also that by making the double slot, like you still have plenty of opportunity to move forward anyway, due to the nature of his inside board. Yeah,
exactly. Okay. Position number 5. Oh, shame on me. Okay, I couldn't put this over the board. Shameful. Okay. So, how do you evaluate this kind of position? Maybe Joe Russell can help us in this kind of positions. So, you hold the cube. You are 0. The score is 0-0. You hold the cube and double 1 to play. How do you evaluate between keeping the 5 prime or taking 3 off? These are the two obvious plays. So, anyone has any idea about how to evaluate this kind of positions?
I think I would take 3 off because, even if he does come in, you get another chance to hit another one. So I'm taking 3 off here.
3 off.
3 off, huh?
yeah, I definitely like taking at least 2 off for a start, and the third checker off I think is a good idea as well, because if he comes in on the 6, you've got an automatic checkers list, so you can roll a 1 and not really lose a great deal.
Yeah, Gaz, what do you do here? I have a revenge with you today.
This is not my department.
Okay, so as you mentioned, taking 3 off is way much more winning chances because you are giving up 6% if you do not take 3 off. Even if he enters on the ace, you are still big favorite to win the game. Otherwise, if you take 1 off and you will end up getting like 1 or 2 more rolls to take all of your checkers. So you are losing 2 rolls probably if you do not take 3 off. Whereas if he enters with an ace, I was just afraid of opening 1 more point. I didn't want him to enter with an ace right immediately. So, but that was the very wrong idea, and it's a huge blunder. So even maintaining the 5 point is not as valuable as taking 3 off here.
So Tony, if he dances on the next roll after you take 3 off, would you cube? Would you recube then at this score?
If he dances with this one?
Yes, with the proper play. No. If he dances after you take the 3 checkers off.
After taking the 3 checkers off, I think this is a strong cube probably. We can have a look, but now 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. How do we evaluate 6, 6, 2, 6, 2? I think this is a cube. Do you agree with the cube here?
I would probably cube this. I'm not sure what I would do if I was black, but I think this would be a good aggressive cube, especially a recube with a 7 up on the floor. Yeah.
I think this is a cube.
I think because it's such a hard decision for black, it might be a cube.
Exactly. Yeah. Big.
Yep.
Yeah, big redouble, huge take. Yeah. But what if you do this and he dances?
I don't think it's a recube here.
Taking 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. I think this is also a cube. I'm not sure. I think if this is a cube, this is a smaller cube, but I'm not sure. Maybe borderline. Okay, small no redouble. Okay, makes sense, which makes the other play much stronger then. So if we play the right play, then we have a big cube. If we play the second best, which is a big blunder, we don't have a cube. Okay, makes sense. Position number 6. Okay, I found this very difficult. Okay, so 5 away, 2 away, down, and the cube is turned, and left or stay.
Yeah.
Here's the dilemma here. Okay, so what do you do here? You play for the gammon, for the small chances of winning a gammon, you lift and play the containment. What's the plan here? I found it very, very difficult.
Yeah, this is a toughie, isn't it? Okay.
I'd be very to do everything to cover that 6 actually. And I would play 15, 12 and then, push the 4 to the 2.
Yeah, this is the same chicken play I did.
Okay.
Okay, that was nice. Actually, Ola, because that was my play.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But it turned to be not even the best. Not even in the top 5. Okay. So the point here, you still have enough to win the game, even if you lift and he doesn't enter immediately with a 6, then you are in a good shape and you play the containment then. But the problem here, what my thinking was over the board, I wanted actually to take my gammon chances. So I wanted this because even if he enter with a 6 and I have 3 checkers back, so I will have trouble to bring all the checkers down without giving a shot, and maybe more than one shot, not only one shot. Probably I will end up giving many shots and he will get some improvement in his home board. So based on the score, I wanted to play aggressive here, but it turned to be a big mistake. Because you're compromising your wins with the gammon, and then, yeah, because you have like 76 winning chances here, whereas you have like 56, so 10% you're giving up from your winning chances to play this kind of.
And I gammon.
Yeah. And the second best is just if you keep slotted, at least make a defensive anchor.
Yeah.
Lesson learned. Okay. position number 7. Okay. This is cool. This is beautiful. Okay. So this is a DMP now because cube is turned, 4 cube. And how do you play a 3-1 here?
I think I would make the 5 point. I use the checker on use the spare on the 8, and play 6 to 5, so 8 to 5, 6 to 5.
Again?
I would point on the 5. I would point on the 5 point.
Yeah, we're all hitting. This is something we know. Where's the ace?
And then play 6 to 5.
6 to 5.
It's probably, I'm not sure. That
Yeah. Okay, this is a beautiful play. And this is the right idea.
Duplicate. Oh, yeah.
And oops. Oops. So why is this the right idea? Here's the question. Anybody know why this can be the right idea here? Okay.
Yeah, unduplicates the 2s. Yeah.
So we all know in a blitz position, all the points are equally valuable. So whatever, if we switch from, if we have the 6 or the 5 point, we have a 4-point board. So either way, we have a 4-point board. So my thinking over the board was like, this was my play. Okay, because given this, you have 4 covers, whereas with this one, you have only 3 covers. But the point here is what? You are duplicating your good, even if you play this one, here you are playing with 4 blocks, and you are duplicating your own 2. So if you roll a deuce here, you're not covering with a deuce, you are stepping up with a deuce. So unnecessarily, so visually, this is a 4 covers, but effectively and practically, this is only 3 covers and playing with 4 blocks instead of playing this very nice position. And see the diversity of your rolls here. 1, 2, 3, 4 plays pretty well. Even here, the 6-5s work. Even if you roll a 6-5, you make the ace, and a very beautiful position. Right? Because even if you roll like something like this and you roll a 6-2, what do you do with the 6-2, 5-2, 4-2? Any deuce here, you have to step up, whatever. Right? Because this is the priority here. So unnecessarily, you are exposing here your 7 prime and your ace point is open unnecessarily. So this turns to be much valuable and better play.
Great. So
Right?
this is the best play, yeah?
This is the best play, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So not by far, but still, I'm just highlighting the idea behind the right play. That's the point. This is a small detail, technical detail, but very important to understand.
Mm. Yes, great. It's a beautiful.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah, it's a beautiful one, truly.
The difference might be a bit larger because you have 1 checker on the bar, and right now it's in the tray.
Ah, okay. Yeah, sure. This is the original position, yes. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Thanks for highlighting, Peter.
So position number 8. Okay. So what do you do here? Up 3 away, 5 away, holding a 2 cube, left or not? So the question here, this is another dilemma. Do you play for the win or you play to lose a single game or probably a gammon? So if you left, you are designing a single, probably, most probably a single, or probably a gammon. If you don't left here, you just make your board. Okay, so how do you evaluate this kind of position? Because here, if you make your board, you are playing for your wins. If you don't play for your wins, then you just give up at least 2 points, or worst case 4 points. So how do you evaluate?
I think there are too many gammons anyway.
There are too many gammons anyway, so you're making your 5 points.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this is what I thought over the board, but it turned to be not the right idea, because the right idea here is to lift, because you hold the 2 cube, and then I will explain why. So the top 4 plays are all just saving, gammon saving plays. Okay, this turns to be almost a blunder, because what can go wrong for black here? Even if you play this one for your wins, what can go wrong for black? Even if you do this, and worst case for black, he will hit lose, right? If he will not manage to anchor on your head, he will most probably hit lose. Even if he hits lose here, he is a huge favorite to win the game. So you're not, so this is not an asset, this is a liability at this point, because if he hits lose, you are still 4 behind the 5 prime. So he's a huge favorite. He can enter on the 2, on the 3, and play back. Even if he gets hit after he hits lose, he is a huge favorite to win the game. So given that you are 3 away and he is 5 away, you just play to try to save the gammon. And this position, I overestimated his gammon winning chances. So I overestimated his, or at least I underestimated my gammon save winning chances, my gammon save chances. So this is why I played for the win, and it was not the right idea in this position to play for the win. Just give up 2 points here if you can. Give up just 2 points. So here, winning chances, let me check the gammon, because that's the point here, to check what's the gammon. Okay,
How much?
Yeah.
How much is it still right by if the score were 4-1 instead of 4-2?
Excuse me?
If you give Brown 1 point instead of 2 points, how much does it change the equation?
The initial cube, you mean?
No. The score instead of 5 away, 3 away is 6 away, 3 away.
Yes.
Does that change the equation much?
Doesn't. Actually, yeah, it's kind of.
Yeah, it does change a lot.
Yeah, it's coming closer. It's coming closer. Okay. Let's just check let's just checking the winning gammon chances, 33, 34. Okay, so the right play, this one you're losing. Okay, almost 45% gammons versus S32 here. So a huge difference. Okay. Last two positions. Actually, these two positions are also important to understand. Okay. Score here is you are leading 3 away.
Wow.
Okay, you are leading here 3 away, 7 away.
I think for white it's too strong to double.
Yeah. Double action for white.
I'd say too good.
4-0. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, the same as Mick.
Yeah,
okay.
I'd say too good. Yeah, too good to double. Yeah, and I've been saying that with the score, it may be one of those strange ones where it's too good. Take. Sure.
Usually in this kind of position, when you are leading big time in a score, match to 7, so it's really tough to find cube action when you are leading 4-0, 5-0, something like this. So it's really tough. So between playing too good and double pass, I was not so sure. And usually when I'm not so sure, I play on. So I played on, but it turned to be not too good. Okay. So I think I have a clear explanation for this one. What's more surprising here is the take rather than the double. So it's a small double, but this is still a take at this score. Okay. So usually when you are this much ahead in the score, it's rarely too good as long as your opponent has 1 point in your home board. So he has the well-timed ace game, probably he can play till the end. Even if you do something like this, now what do you think? This is much stronger, no?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yes.
This is
yes.
much stronger, and still now it becomes a borderline. So here the pass is justifiable. For sure, this is a clear pass here, but it's still a double pass. So see how strong the position is, and still you are not too good. So this is the borderline here about being too good or not. Okay, so what's important here for white in this kind of position, so you can take this as a reference position. If you're like your opponent has 1 point, has still 1 point in your home board, he has a deep take, and now you just send the cube because you might end up just cash it, because I don't see anyone in the world taking this kind of cubes. And second is black does not have any decision in this game. So his game is like very easy, but we might end up, if you play as white, if you play on as white, same as what I did, you might end up having a cube decision and a checker potential blunder every single roll. And this is a mid game still, and you have a lot to do. You have 3 checkers back, and you still need a lot to do to bring your checkers home. So you have every single roll, you have a cube decision, every single roll you have a checker decision. And you might end up missing a few cubes and doing some checkers mistake. So you just send the cube here in this position. That's it. Lesson learned. No?
So Tony, just out of curiosity, if white owned his 3 point instead of his 2 point, would that also make it a pass?
This is a big too good.
Too good. Okay.
Right. This is big too good.
Yeah.
Okay. So the point here, I think my understanding about this position, 1 second, please. يلا 5 دقايق please. Yeah. Okay. So what's important about this position is like white has plenty of blunder potential going forward in this game. So black doesn't have anything to do. You should be happy here to get 1 point rather than playing with the risk of making missing a couple of cubes. Actually, I did miss a couple of cubes going forward from this position. A couple of cubes, like 5 times I missed the cube during this game.
Wow.
Was not too big, but it was. Okay.
But why wouldn't you cube? Because you thought you were too good.
Yes, I played on too good.
Yeah.
Until I kept playing on too good. And this is the point here. You don't have to play here at this specific score. You don't have to play on too good here. You just cash it out and that's it.
Okay.
Because I kept playing for a few rolls on too good and it was all not too good. All the position was not too good.
The three-away many-away scores are very confusing.
So this is the same game, and I reached to this position. What do you do here?
Tony, can I ask you a question about the last position?
Yes.
Yeah, did you roll it out?
I didn't.
Okay, because I was just wondering because very often XG doesn't handle these positions too well. So I just started to roll on it, and apparently it changes quite a lot. Actually, it changes so much that it becomes a no double take. Quite clear no double actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe it's worth studying a bit more.
Yeah, it's worth rolling it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was definitely also playing on too good here. But,
I think we all were.
I will definitely have to look a bit more into it.
Okay, so I kept playing on too good until I reached to this position. And what do you do here? I have no idea in this kind of positions. Why do you do too good? Double take, double pass. I have no idea. Okay. I still have no idea. By the way, I still have no idea.
Yeah, I'd probably double as white because I don't like the gap on the 3-point, and I'd let black sweat it out, see what he wants to do. And but I would cube it this score. I mean, like we're not going to get gammoned on the recube anyway. So yeah, I'd throw it over.
Is it maybe a small too good because you've got no bad rolls?
Yeah, but you have rolls like 6-5, which are going to give him a massive take the next time. I would double here.
So, and the answer is a small double and a huge take. Any one of you is taking this position?
Yeah. The gap on the 3-point may tempt me, plus with the timing as well and the strong board. I mean, like a shot's going to clean it up for black. But I can't say whether I would or not, but I'll certainly be thinking about it over the board at this stage.
Yeah, I think if he's taking the previous position, then for sure he will take this one. So very interesting. So the lesson here actually, in order to avoid this couple of missed cubes at this score, you just send the cube and you avoid playing such a complicated game. And that's it. That's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the session, and I'm telling you I'm new to this stuff, so I'm not supposed to do this, but I wanted to support this project. So I hope I was able to provide some valuable insights and sessions, and
Thanks, Tony. Excellent position.
Thanks so much, Tony.
Thank you, Tony.
Yeah, thanks, Tony. There was some great positions there.
Yeah. And
Thanks,
we're
Tony.
closing BG's big master classes with you, Tony. So thanks so much for
Thank
sharing
you very much. Thank you for having me.
energy in it. And thanks to everybody to have attended. I'll see you in the WhatsApp group later for the links. And this afternoon the matches continue, they resume. So good luck to anyone who's still in the tourneys.
Thank
Okay.
you all. Ayala, take care.
Thanks, fella.
Bye.
Bye, Habibi. Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
See you all. Thanks.
See you.
Recordings.
Всем спасибо за внимание.